Hi everyone, this is Hiba from My Little Journal, and today I'm going to be working in my traveler's notebook. I'm going to be documenting 2 photos today. I'm kind of behind in my traveler's notebooks, or I'm trying to finish April's traveler's notebook, so that's why I'm keeping these layouts pretty simple and documenting the photos. Now in this first layout, I'm going to be documenting this photo of our blooming flowers and trees, and I love spring for that. And I'm going to be using these alpha stamps from Close to My Heart. I think this alpha is called Cronical, if I'm not mistaken. What I thought I would do was kind of play around with my stamping the word bloom, because I knew I wanted to stamp the plant from the other stamp set that I have on my desk. So what I decided to do was stamp BL at the top, then an O right underneath B, and then the OM underneath my O. So that way it gives me space on the right side to stamp the plant and the pot. I decided to do this because the alphas are pretty big and I wanted to stamp the plant. And I also thought I needed some space to journal. Now, my plans change as I create, and I wish I just stamped the bloom in the pot and all that good stuff in the center and forgot about journaling, because honestly, I thought about it later and I was like, I have nothing to say about this photo, honestly. And I ended up having the bloom and the stamping and the title at the top. So I'm going to try to figure out how to fill the bottom portion later, and you'll see what I end up doing. But for now, I'm going to stamp the pot and the plant. Love this stamp set. It's so cute, and you can fill it out with markers. So I'm going to end up doing that. I'm going to grab my acrylograph markers from Archer and Olive and fill out my plant and my pot with some green and blues. It turns out so pretty. And I also used the same stamp set to stamp little flowers in my O's, just to bring in some of the pink from my photo. Now, I did want to talk about how plans change when you're creating. This happens to me a lot. I'll be thinking about doing a layout in a certain way, or something pops in my head and I think, oh, this is a great idea. And it doesn't work, and I change my mind as I'm creating, and that's okay. You know, I just kind of go with the flow and try to find the best way to fix my problem. And that's what I'm going to end up doing now. Like I said earlier, I thought I was going to journal, but I end up not journaling. So what I'm going to do is actually go through my 3x4 cards and try to find a card that I can add to the bottom of my title, my stamp title. And I found this card that said Wild and Free. It's in this beautiful like green and gray. So I thought the best way to use this 3x4 card is to use my circle dies. I grabbed my Spellbinder dies. I'm going to use a circle, and I'm going to put it through my die cut machine, cut it into a circle, and then add it underneath bloom. But again, it felt like it needed a little bit of something more green. So I go through my pattern paper, found this beautiful green floral pattern, and I'm going to end up backing up my circle with it. So I go with a larger circle from the same dies that I had and cut a bigger circle, back it up with my Wild and Free, staple them together, and then add them right underneath bloom. Now, did this turn out great? Not really, but I'm okay with it. It's still pretty cute. I want to bring in some yellow, so I'm going to actually go through my little chipboards here. I actually started, I think, with this puffy sticker, and then I end up changing my mind and using some yellow chipboard hearts. I add some at the top. I add one on my little circles and call my first spread done. Now for my next photo, I'm documenting our first iftar for Ramadan at my mom's house. And it's another 4x8 photo, so really I just have to worry about one side of my spread. And that's why I love using 4x8s, especially when I'm kind of behind in a traveler's notebook and I want to finish it up. Anyways, I'm going to be using this beautiful alpha from Close to My Heart. It's one of my favorites. I think it's called Brush alphas, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, I will always link them in the description box for you. I'm going to use it to stamp Ramadan, and it's going to go vertically, and I'm going to try to match my ink pads to the colors on my pattern paper. So I go with pink. I think I used flamingo, smoothie, clementine, I think it's called, if I'm not mistaken. Again, I will add all the ink pads I used on the spread, but I'm just gonna stamp Ramadan using ink pads that kind of match the colors on my pattern paper. Once I finish stamping Ramadan, I want to add something in the blue strip because obviously it didn't fill out all the way to the bottom. So what I decide to do is actually go through my label stickers, and I found a label sticker in blue. I thought this is the perfect spot to stamp Kareem from my Ramadan stamp set from the Paper Person shop. I love that the Kareem fit perfectly in my label and it matched really, really well. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp that out, add it to the bottom of my layout, and then I'm going to start adding some embellishments to my spread. The spread is going to come together really quickly, and you're going to see why, because I decide I'm going to keep to the whole theme of sticking to the colors. So I go through my heart chipboards. These are from Kingston's Craft, and I'm going to use different colors to fill out those spots. And I do end up using a yellow heart from my own chipboard, like my own sheet chipboard. And that way I have all the space to journal, and you'll get to see the end results at the end of the video. But basically I end up sticking down those hearts and calling my 2 spreads done. So easy, so simple. Literally, I caught up on my April layouts just by finishing up these 2 spreads, and hopefully I'll be sharing a flip through very, very soon. Anyways, you guys, don't forget I will be adding all the links down in the description box for you. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, and if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye!